Okay, good morning, everybody. I feel much better actually. And so today I just want to address a few more questions that everybody had. I got so many messages, thank you, and so many comments. And I actually enjoy providing the information of everything that I've learned. And what I want to share today is a bit more in depth um, story of all the symptoms I had and all the things that I tried and what I felt really worked. Secondly, to my American friends, happy July 4th. Hope you will have a beautiful day and have a wonderful celebration, and hopefully everything will be safe. You never know, we're in a crazy world right now. So, okay. All right. Feeling better. I can actually look at my computer without too much dizziness and vertigo, so that's good. Um, I will need my glasses because, the time has come. So let me start with a few questions that I've gotten and just a little bit more details. The overall symptoms that I had, it started with some really severe fatigue and chronic exhaustion. I could barely work, and it all started actually, many symptoms started in 2021, 2022, and it just slowly creeped in. I just got worse, on multiple levels. So severe fatigue, exhaustion, the brain fog was pretty insane. Cognitive slowing, I had a tremendous amount of difficulty concentrating. You could say memory impairment. I would say short-term memory, not long-term memory. Very dizzy, lots of vertigo, dizziness. Well, vertigo here and there, but definitely dizziness. I had severe muscle pains, joint pains everywhere, whole body, muscle cramps. I was very, very weak, especially last year. And then I had this insane, crazy rash. It started during the pandemic on my neck. And first I thought it was from the mask and that it's just scratching me down here. But then last year, no, in 2024, actually, end of 2024, it started creeping up into my face. And I had I had a really, really crazy rash in my face for about 6 months. And eventually, I saw so many doctors, but eventually ended up with a dermatologist. And you know how it is, everybody wants to give you antibiotics. I ended up not taking the antibiotics because I was already on so many other antibiotics and just was using the cream that they gave me. And I still get it here and there, and I just have to use the cream to keep it in check. I had a lot of histamine like symptoms. I got super sensitive to everything. I already was eating very strict because in general my body has been super sensitive throughout my life, and I just didn't tolerate a lot of things. I was never a drinker. I never drank wine. I just didn't engage in drinking alcohol. Maybe in my 20s you go out socially, drink a mojito, whatever. I did do that stuff in my 20s, but in my 30s when I started doing ballroom dancing, not professionally, but as an amateur, but that was one of my hobbies. I just wanted to be fit. And so, yeah, I ate very strict. I did stop eating dairy because I had a lot of acne-like problems from it. And that truly helped, not eating any dairy at all. And then I stopped eating gluten just because I was already sensitive as it was in my stomach. But then with long COVID, I didn't know it was long COVID at the time, I just got sensitive to everything. I had a hypersensitivity to all kinds of food. Exercise intolerance. I haven't exercised. I can't. I tried last year to take, or at the beginning of this year, I think February, I tried to take a Pilates class. I just thought I'm gonna vomit on the floor. And at the same time, I had 70-year-old people next to me like doing their exercise, and it was just a little yeah, demoralizing. So I can't exercise yet. I was able to dance at the in spring of 2026 after some treatment. We'll see how I do now. I do feel better today, so we'll see. And I'm actually gonna probably meet some people here in Switzerland at an event tonight. So yeah, so you have these post-exertional symptom crashes. It's just you have to really regulate yourself how much energy you can exert, because if you're trying to push through something, then you're going to pay for it. It gets really worse. Like the next day you're completely exhausted, you can't do anything. But just in general, my health declined over the last couple of years. That's the best way to say it. The severe fatigue is coming from mitochondrial dysfunction. So one of my doctors mentioned the profound exhaustion, and really my daily activities were completely impacted last year. So taking care of myself, going to the stores, it was all exhausting. Taking a shower was exhausting. I had to like lay down after taking a shower. I was just so exhausted. Even talking, there was a period last year at the beginning. I was exhausted just from talking to people. So mitochondrial dysfunction is recognized as a major biological mechanism in long COVID, which has to do with cellular energy production. Now, I had somebody, Rachel, ask me in her comments about my stomach and intestines. So I ended up in the ER last year, and then I had to go to the hospital. So we ended up doing MRI. We did an endoscopy, we did a colonoscopy, and then we did biopsies. And if you ever had a biopsy done, it sucks because you have to wait and you don't know what the result is. So you're going through this phase of about a week. I had to wait a week thinking about, what am I going to do if this is cancer? So you go through these thoughts, and I made some decisions of what I would do and not do. Anyhow, so the findings were chronic gastritis. I had severe stomach and intestinal inflammation. I had blood in my stool. We found, it's called lymphoid follicular hyperplasia. And so what that is, it's an overgrowth of immune cells that are caused by chronic infection, inflammation, or immune stimulation. And luckily, the biopsy showed that it was all benign. So that was the good news. We also figured out that I have a 3-centimeter hiatal hernia. So what that basically is part of the stomach protrudes into your diaphragm. I'm not sure how to say that properly. Diaphragm. So it can cause reflux and upper GI symptoms, but this is back under control. Last year, things were a little bit crazy. I didn't get diagnosed with Crohn's disease or celiac disease, and I also don't have H. pylori, but because I had such severe inflammation everywhere and I couldn't eat anything, it was insane. I couldn't eat anything. I would drink water, and it's just my belly blew up like, 9 months pregnant. It was very difficult to eat and just live like that. So I was put on Pentasa, which is a medication for people who do have Crohn's disease, and I can say that did help partially. So after that, I was able to eat a little bit more, but I still was suffering with pretty severe intestinal issues. And Rachel, yes, I was positive on SIBO. In fact, I had a combination of SIBO. I had the hydrogen producing and the methane producing bacteria and overgrowth. And just so that people understand what all that means is the symptoms were, severe bloating, constipation, digestive dysfunction, and